I might be in a spot of bother.
So for some reason, on this video clip, I have absolutely no audio at all. No idea what's happened, but anyway. So this is the first time of filling up my fuel bladder. I filled it up with 10 litres of unleaded, and I've strapped it to the bottom of the bag here on the little Jubilee clips. And then round the top here, I've got 2 rock straps that pull down, and I can just cable tie them on so I can just quickly take them off. And they're strapped through the bag so they can't go sideways. So the whole bag should be nice and secure on there, not go anywhere. So I've ridden about 10 kilometres since the campsite last night. I had a very nice night by that little river. I'm going to go and ride as much as I can today, see how many kilometres I can knock out. But I know the fuel distances are going to be so big that I'm definitely going to be needing the fuel bladder. So let's get back on the bike and carry on, and I'm sure I'll hit some dirt very, very soon.
Right, dirt. Just checked the fuel bladder, and yeah, so I've done 10k, so I thought I'd just check it before I go hit the dirt and make sure it's all doesn't move. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 100% fine, so I can always reach back and feel for it and see it, so I'm not too worried about it. I think this is going to be me basically on the dirt until pretty much just outside Tom Price, which is somewhere between 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 800 kilometres, I guess. True outback adventure. We have our first iguana lizard. Iguana? It's not iguana, but it's iguana lizard. He's a big boy. Look at him. He's cool. I think I saw one of them skit across the road, but he didn't stay in the road, so he just shot past. And this one stayed put, so I thought I'd swing past and say hello. They're cool. It's so much better to see wildlife in the wild than just anywhere else. Just wander over to him a bit. Yeah. It's so much better to sit in the wild. This is a quick check of everything. It's all good. It's still tight. So it's vibrating a fair bit, so I just want to make sure I don't lose anything. Everything, it seems all good. It's definitely warming up. It's 27 now. So yeah. And in some sections, I'm sitting cruise at like 100 k's an hour, and I'm all sweet, like this bit really here. This is not really corrugated, this section. And then sometimes you just hit like a bit of dust. I don't know whether it's bull dust or just build up of dust, and you get this massive like fishtail going on. I think I've seen a few little wedge-tailed eagles, but not much. Like not the really big black ones that I was kind of hoping to see. And if I get some, I'll definitely turn the camera on. And of course snakes. There we go. There's this little wobble that we're talking about. So let's just, here we go. So I don't really go much. I just drag the rear brake and lean back and sort of manoeuvre myself onto some smoother dirt. Got some patches of like here of some pretty corrugated and soft sort of almost sand. Yeah, this is sand, but it's not deep, so it's not too bad. Making life interesting. So here we go. Slow down in this. I'll slow down gradually. Not too much front brake. It's solid underneath, like here, you've got a load of rock, but then you've got this, which is literally sand, and it's what, if there's a deep section here, a couple of inches, 2 inches. It's enough to make you wobble about. Another little check. We're all good. I'm going to cut these off tonight. I think if it all works well. Hello. Yeah, the rear brake is the winner through that lot. Just pinning that rear end to the floor. A little dab every now and again, just to sort of squat it, push it into the sand, a bit more grip so it doesn't float and fishtail. We have a roo! A big, oh hello, a big bloody red one. Come on, mate. How fast can you go? Apparently about 50, 40 k's. Got left or right, any one of them. Come on, bro. That's New Zealand coming at me again. Come on, mate. There we go, Skippy. See you later, mate. Bye, mate. Right. Slow down because of one-way traffic, and I met some traffic, some Aussie traffic. This is stunning. I've had to go through a little bit of roadworks. In fact, the first 4 sets of roadworks were just signs. There was not a soul there, and then I found everybody. Other than the roadworks, I've passed one other car. It's now 11 o'clock, and I was on the road at about 7-ish. Pretty good at my moat. I'm just waiting for my the first 10 litres to finish in the tank. It's now coming up to 240 kilometres, which is what I've written down as the sort of the 10 litre mark. It's definitely what Australia feels like. If you're going, you want that sense of I'm going out into the bush. You know, this is, for me, this is it. Like, this is, you know, I've said it again, but there's nothing. You know, you really have to think about food and fuel and water and everything. You know, if you did break down here, you could be like literally hours, if not at least a day, before anyone drove past you. We have a little dust vortexy twister thing, tornado-esque thing. Look, goes right to the sky. And it starts just there. Just spinning its nuts off. Oh, it's dusty. Oh, I got side of your eyes. Ah. Oh, let me just turn round. I tried to get closer to video it and it just pummeled me with dust. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Is this you sat on the spot, just spinning? Oh no, it's moving a bit, but not much. It's moving that way now. When I stopped recording, my fuel light did come on like a few minutes afterwards, so I've just decided that I'm going to ride 25k into the red, which should be a litre. Then I'll fill it up. That means I can put the whole container that's on the back in there, and then I can kind of judge how many k's I get from where I was down to 25k. Right, this is it. Let's just stop here. Ugh. Turn the engine off. So, this is how simple it should go. Let's see how quick and easy it is. So I open this pannier first and reach down the back here. I should have a little cap and hose. There we go. Open that out. Leave that in the heat for a sec. Right, so this is how quick it should be. Pop that one off. Can you see properly? Pop that one off and then roll this back. Then I can slide that off there, and that off there, and it's off. It's wobbling there slightly, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Right. Now this is going to be fun because I need to get the fuel bladder upside down in there without. When I open this, I'm going to have to hold it up slightly. Maybe I can use this, because otherwise it will leak everywhere. So let's just... Okay. All going swimmingly so far, isn't it? Come on. Okay. Now. Ooh. Middle of bum shit nowhere. Couldn't get my thumb. No. Oh, you bastard. Exactly what I didn't want to do. Okay. Plan B. Put my finger there instead. It's always a challenge the first time, isn't it? There we go. In there. It's good that I don't have to take my luggage off. I didn't squirt too much about, really. My pasty white skin getting a burn. Not. There we go. What's going on here? I don't want to put it in my pannier really anymore because it stinks. So hopefully, slight adjustments of my rock straps, and we can take an empty one. There we go. Job's a good one. I need to secure that a bit better. I've got a scratch on my head. I'm trying to itch it with my helmet on. More bright spark. Okay. Take note of my fuel. Put my jacket back on. Sweat some more. And get going. Probably going to put the camera on charge now because I've recorded it quite a bit. So yeah, there's my fuel light just got off. So 277. Let's note that down. Well, I got to Mount Augustus. It was a little caravan park there, which has got some fuel and another 2 bottles of water. $5 for a litre and a half of water, which is ridiculous, but you've got to do what you've got to do and you've got to pay for it. You've got a choice. And then I got fuel. Bike said 405 kilometres when I pulled into this caravan park and when I filled up. It took 18 litres. And we put pretty much exactly 10 into the fuel bladder. So that means that the 8 would have gone into the tank. So I'm reckoning I'm doing around 25 k's per litre. Yeah, I had another like 50 k's left and I would have then come on to reserve, which meant I then had another 4 litres left, which means I then, in theory, had another 100 kilometres-ish. I'd say ish, I'd favour on the below. So yeah, so I've got more than enough fuel to get to Tom Price. I'm still sort of smiling in my helmet about how remote and ridiculous is this. This is like kind of essentially what I'm trying to do is take a shortcut up to the Gibb River Road without doing the highway that's to my right, which is what I'm going to be doing on my return. This road is it's not difficult at all, but it's got its little technical spots. Not difficult, but they're just kind of like you'll be cruising along and all of a sudden you just have to completely change the way you're riding. 1 minute you're blasting along 100 k's an hour in a straight section, the next minute you're dodging hay bales on some tight twisty bends, and it's sort of undulating quite a bit and has quite big dips. The other thing is that it can change. So 1 minute you're on relatively hard packed sort of dusty rock like I am now. The next thing you're on sort of proper gravel like you get in New Zealand, in relatively deep gravel, down into a dip normally, and then coming out of the dip earlier, I then transitioned to sand. So in one section, it went from hard tarmac into a bend, into a large dip, into rocks, and then out of the dip into another bend, into very soft sand. And yeah, can't be doing that at 80 to 100 k's with my skill level on a fully loaded bike. It makes life a little bit interesting. As I say, I haven't come off, I haven't crashed or anything like that, but I've had to have some little moments where I've gone, I could have done that a bit slower. I've done a lot of recording today. I've also noticed that the lizard, the one that I stopped and went back and showed you, I don't think that was what I said was a guano lizard. I don't think that was. I think looking at the pictures in the station or the caravan park where I got my fuel, I would say that's a black-headed monitor lizard. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm still learning these animals as I go. Goth lizard is what it was. Can't deny that one. Anyway, see, now it's nice and smooth and you can relax and let your guard down, and all of a sudden it was and into different changes. It's a perfect example of how the road just turns to shit. So, coming along, roads like this, nice and hard, nice and compact, you come in and you drop down, and there's a large dip where that shade tree is, like about a foot, so I hit that, and then just come careering through this. I would say, all good, just... if I knew it was here, you'd come in a bit slower, you'd set yourself up, and then you'd come through. But I come round that corner, not fast, maybe 60, 70 k's, and was like, oh crap, had to like slow down, brake, stand up on the pegs, back up on my position, get set, and ready to quickly change and fart about. I say nothing that's massively hard. It's just, it changes so bloody quick. I'm a bit worried about this fuel bladder. It's, I think there's a little bit more than 10 litres in that, and that is very firm. So as soon as I can put some in and get rid of it, I'm going to. But I've not really done about 80k, so I want to do a little bit more, because the problem is I can't, well, without taking all my luggage off, I can't really just put a litre in. I'm very much enjoying this though. It's a good, like, I'm enjoying the challenge. It feels like I'm properly adventure riding, not just bounding down a mediocre gravel road. I'm actually having to think about what I'm doing, whether to stand up, whether to sit, well, or if in doubt, always stand up, but I'm lazy and it's hot. I've just smelt fuel and I stopped, and this oh mate, my fuel bladder's broken, and I've probably pissed out like, oh no, I should have just, I've been checking it, but this is a problem, because okay, oh my, there's a few litres in there. Whew. I might be in a spot of bother sooner rather than later, because this was supposed to be a bag of fuel, but it's obviously been spraying out. Oh fuck. Problems. Mass problems. Oh. Split on the seam. I wonder if I can somehow repair it or something. I don't know. Right. That's there. So if I hold that really tight,
Well, this serves me right. I was worried about it. I should have opened it up and bled the air out. I obviously had air. Oh, get on it. I was enjoying myself other than that. Okay. And go in there. There was a fair bit in there, admittedly. All I can do now is ride the distance. My issue is Paraburu, whatever the hell you say that. If that's 270 Ks, and Tom Price is a little bit further away from that, we're still leaking. Let's pour that in there if it's going to leak. Every drop matters. Can I get that in there? It's not far from Tom Price, but I reckon it's probably another couple of Ks on top of that. Oh man, I'm glad I stopped, but I thought I smell fuel. Why did I smell fuel? And as I got off the bike, I could just see it spurting out the bottom. It can't have happened too long ago. There's a fair bit of fuel still in there. Well, fuel bladders, eh? I've used it once today. I've been carrying it around with me since April. What a bugger. I wonder if a repair job can be done. Anyway, well, this is bloody pointless now, isn't it? But we'll strap it to the back nonetheless. And 240. Oh, dilemmas. 240, and I've done 150 kilometres. So I've got another 100. That's 250 before the fuel light comes on. Anyway, before I put fuel in that. And then I have potentially 100 Ks. So, yeah, I should actually be alright. It's not a position I wanted to be in. I wanted to be like loads of fuel. This is going to be a bloody nightmare. Alright, well, things are going so well. At first I thought it might have been the exhaust, but it wasn't. And I've been tapping it like this, making sure that it was fine. And I thought if it was going to leak anywhere, it'd leak here. And of course, as the hot air's expanding, it's blown it. I think I definitely should have pushed all the air out and tightened it up. And when I was nervous about it 100 Ks ago, stopped and adjusted it, and I probably would have saved it. But okay, 150 kilometres. Apparently the campsite's 110. Oh dear. 270. No, 100. I'm going to hit 100 Ks. 100 kilometres. In 100 kilometres, I can then do, in theory, another 100 kilometres. So I'm going to be 70 Ks short. Let's get fuel map open. These are the things I've got to deal with, man. This is legit me.
A nightmare. Oh, and that doesn't have a clue. I don't need much. I'm basically, if you can see on the map, I'm here. So I've got to come all the way up here and basically make it to Tom Price, which is there. Now, admittedly, the 50 kilometres that comes down here to go to Paradou, it's 4:28 up there, but I'm going to be full short. I'll make to the main road. I should make it to the main road, which is the important bit. And then I'll just have to sort of ask for help where I can. Okay. I've got no choice really but to carry on, because I'm in the middle of nowhere here. There's no point going the 100 kilometres back to that place necessarily, because although I can get more fuel, then what? I still can't do the distance. And the location of that place, you need fuel either side of it, or I do. Ah, bugger. Oh well. Let's see what happens. This is adventure riding, this is where things go wrong. And hopefully my tank will pull out a bloody miracle. Put me to exactly where I need to be. Just been thinking about it. I'm saying I'm 70 kilometres short if I didn't put any fuel in my tank. Because I said I've got another 100 k's and then the fuel light's going to come on, then I've got about 100 k's, which is 300 k. Well, it's 300 k's in total, but there's only sort of basically 200 k's from that point. However, I did put 2 or 3 litres, perhaps, maybe 5 possibly. It did feel quite full, but maybe not quite half. But I did have a good few litres of fuel that I poured in. So I might actually get very close, if not actually make it, but we'll find out. It all depends on physically how much fuel I did actually have in that bladder and was able to save, because 3 litres, I should be all good. I should have exactly the 70 kilometres, or 75 in theory, with 25 k's per litre. I should be able to put that in there and be pretty sweet, and get there. Evening. So this is the campsite. It's a bit rocky and stony. Like some of the campsites on WikiCamp say they're like, nice places, but they're nice places in a 4-wheel drive, where you're not sleeping on the floor. But here will do. I guess I could have. This is no different to where I could have stopped earlier. It's about 5:20. I kind of wanted to stop maybe an hour ago, just because I got a bit tired. But it's kind of understandable. I kind of push on for this particular spot because it was the only one in the area. So I've done 750 k's basically today. And as far as the fuel's concerned, I'm on 263 and the light's not on yet. So we're just going to push on to Tom Price and see how far we get. I might look at trying to fix this and see the hole there. See if I can fix that today or tonight. The seam should be this fat, so I'm going to see if I can see what I can do. If I can't, it's ruined anyway, so whatever. Pitch tent, get some shade, and have some food and chill out. Try to avoid the flies. It's an interesting day. It's been a really good day, apart from the little tiny downer of the fact that I'm almost going to run out of fuel, possibly. But at least I'm going to run out of fuel if I do close to the petrol station and close to where people are, rather than here. I've literally seen, excluding like graders and like people working on the road occasionally, and the caravan place, I've seen 4 cars all day. So it's pretty remote. There's not a lot here, to be honest. But I'm tired, so I'm gonna relax, get out this kit, breathe a little bit, and make camp. Well, just when I think I found a good space to camp, getting everything out, I walk over and I think this is all flies. It's not. There's just a shitload of ants all running around. So I'm guessing, yeah, their nest is right there. So I'm gonna have to move. Oh, I don't know where. I'll figure this out now. I'm gonna be within this area. I'll just find a different spot somewhere. Let's go for a little walk, shall we?